tissue engineering is if you read glossy brochures, you think that complete livers are falling down the conveyor belt every other hour. We are nowhere there because tissue engineering is currently limited by three major bottlenecks. The word bottleneck will turn up in this talk later also. What are the three bottlenecks we have to supersede? We will supersede it, but I just wanted to point out why currently there are limitations. The first thing is if you implant something, or the other way around, a question for the audience. What do you think is the last person to handle a bioengineered product in many cases?
I don't know, I engineer, but for like LASIK operator, I know my friend invented the LASIK and he still wears glasses.
Well, that's not uncommon with eye surgeons, that they wear glasses. That is perfectly normal. They do the laser operations with the other people. No. The last person to handle a bioengineered product, be it a medical device or a tissue construct, is the surgeon. Somebody has to put it into you. What does a surgeon do? He has the license to cut. He has the license to wound. And what happens with wound healing? That's a very, very old, archaic mechanism which leads to scarring. Scarring is a big problem. Scarring around implants leads to malfunction. This problem is not solved. The second problem is you put a tissue in which has been grown nicely in tissue culture. You remember maybe this photograph, you see a plastic bottle, lots of this reddish fluid. There's happy tissue there. Now you put it into the body, the tissue is not happy anymore because now begins a race between dying of the tissue and the blood vessels going in. If the blood vessels don't make it in time, this piece of tissue will wilt and wither. We are nowhere there. The current limit is a cube of tissue 3 by 3 by 3 millimeters that you can implant safely and will immediately vascularized. So just want to point out that is something which we need to consider. The third point still is immunorejection. The family bonds are particularly tightly knitted in Asia. But from the biological point of view, your best, closest relative is still a stranger. You cannot get a piece of tissue from your mother, from your first degree related mate, for a brother, your sister, you will reject it. Now, people are talking about stem cells, embryonic stem cells. The point we could make is these are stem cells originally coming from another individual. As such, the risk that these will be immunologically destroyed is still there. Although there are techniques developed to tolerize a host for this tissue. So for tissue engineering, there are two tissues that can be made. I can safely say that the word, which is cartilage and which is skin. The skin is not complete, the hairs are missing. People are not desperately trying to engineer a hair. Well, there's a big market, of course. But it is darn difficult because we understand, we are just beginning to understand the biology.